Greetings. I am Kayla Baker, a current PhD student studying educational studies and cultural foundations. My research is entitled, Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together? Understanding the Impact of Subcultures on Black College Students. The purpose of my study was to explore the role racial subcultures play in the experiences of Black students at historically white institutions. My research findings highlight the ways Black students utilize subcultures on campus and on social media platforms to engage in community, racial identity expression, and agency. Black subcultures can be created in a variety of ways. A few examples are Black student organizations, Black cultural centers, and Black peer groups. They are a distinct culture on campus that differs from the dominant white culture. The problem that my research addresses is how Black students at historically white institutions continue to face social challenges and obstacles and are often found to be struggling with finding membership in the dominant white culture. Researchers suggest that perhaps as a response to such conditions, Black students create subcultures that involve same race peer groups. Same race peer association patterns usually do not draw much attention when it is white students who are operating in these patterns. However, when students of color are observed associating in same race peer groups, these cases are framed as the self segregation problem that prevents diverse interactions on these campuses. While much of the research on Black students at historically white institutions has often examined the academic and social challenges faced by Black students, few studies examine how students utilize agency to successfully navigate their college environment. In an attempt to understand the experiences of Black students who participate in subcultures at historically white institutions and to account for aspects of campus life that now take place online, this study was guided by the listed research questions. The social media aspect is what makes my scholarship different. Despite the fact that more college student interaction now takes place online, researchers have yet to examine the role social media platforms play in perceptions of campus racial climate. The methods used for this study included interviews and a survey. Of course, the interviews asked questions, but they also allowed participants to bring in pictures to help them discuss their experiences within Black subcultures on campus. The research study revealed the following themes: the power of community, racial identity salience, and student agency and involvement on campus. As the graphs show, Black students use social media to create subcultures that expand their sense of community into virtual settings. It is the community and unity these students gain from Black subcultures that allowed them to thrive in environments that were seeming to be racially tense as well as academically rigorous. The creation of same race friend groups stemmed from background experiences, a level of familiarity, comfort, and support with Black people, the desire that these students had to show up as their authentic selves, and a general discomfort they felt around white peers, faculty, and staff. Black subcultures also were found to offer a very unique opportunity for Black students to engage in racial identity expression and formation, an experience that might not be as highlighted when only occupying spaces in the main campus culture. The students who were involved in this study found race to be an extremely influential factor in choosing friend groups, how they navigate campus, how they were viewed on campus by other students, faculty, and staff, and the lens through which they viewed campus incidents and interactions. Considering how the students in my study thought that racial issues on campus extended to social media, Black students were seen to choose to use Black subcultures to exercise agency as they combated the negative aspects of campus climate. Black students at historically white institutions in my study most often utilized agency when they brought events to the campus from which the Black community could benefit. As a numerical minority, most of the campus events being produced reflected that of the dominant white culture. Black students used campus organizations and leadership positions to create events that reflected Black culture and uplifted the Black student voice and experience. In conclusion, when we look around at historically white campuses and ask, why are all the Black students sitting together? I want you all to understand how racial subcultures operate as a site of resistance to assimilation for Black students and allow them to engage in community, racial identity expression, and agency. Institutions can learn from these subcultures that effectively empower students from racial and ethnic minority populations. As conversations continue about supporting diversity and inclusion on campuses, racial minority subcultures must not be looked at as the problem, but as valid social responses to circumstances both on campus and within the larger society. Thank you.